Introducing the Props Optimizer, a completely free app to help you find the winning edge in the player prop market. Our AI-powered insights and projections will help you make better decisions and more informed bets. So check before you bet and download the free Props Optimizer app today, available on iOS in the App Store. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the NBA Prop Show presented by LineStar. I'm Shannon Sommerville with your top 3 NBA player prop bets for today that are available on all of our partner sites like Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay. And if you don't have those apps, download it. Use the promo code LineStar when you first download so you can get a nice deposit match plus 1 free month of the LineStar app. And also check out the Props Optimizer. It's a brand new tool coming out of the makers of LineStar, and it's totally free to use right now. It's a great tool and it can help you out, especially if maybe your bracket's already busted at this point. Hey, I don't know, but you could maybe dive into some player prop bets. I'm currently, as we speak, sweating out an under on Ryan Kalkbrenner. So if you see me looking at my phone, I'm just trying to make sure he gets under that 20.5 points mark, which is one that I gave out on last night's March Madness show. I'll have another show today looking at the Friday picks. But anyways, we're getting into NBA action for today. Listen, yesterday was a bit of a mess in terms of injuries. We were 1-1 in our picks. Unfortunately, Brandon Williams did not play yesterday. Jalen Wells did go lower than 11.5 points with just 2. Jackson Hayes, though, didn't clear on that PRA for us. He had just 13. However, if you guys were paying attention in the comments, I did say on the show yesterday I would drop some other picks that I liked in the comments. Well, I dropped 4 of those. I actually put them on an entry on Underdog, and all 4 of those cashed. It was Najee Marshall over 19.5 points, just cleared with 20. KCP over 7.5 points, finished with 10. Quentin Grimes over 23.5 points with 28. And Alex Sarr over 26.5 PRA. He finished with 33. So let's see if we can't keep it rolling here on this Thirsty Thursday, the first day of March Madness. Let's get into it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. It helps us out, but it also helps you out because what we're going to do on today's show is I'm going to give you my favorite pick that you can pair on an entry on Chalkboard with their promo for today. And if that entry doesn't cash, one randomly selected commenter will win $20. And we'll announce that on the show tomorrow. All right, let's get it rolling here today. We got 5 games on the slate. The first pick I'm going to go with is a player prop that I've been going to pretty consistently over the last couple weeks, and that's Karl-Anthony Towns under 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Listen, I love Cat, but LineStar's projection here, 38.7, and Cat's only averaging 38 points, rebounds, assists per game over the last 5 games, and this is going to be a relatively neutral spot for him in the center position going up against the Charlotte Hornets. They're kind of neutral in terms of points, rebounds, assists given up to centers over the last 20 games. They also rank 14th versus centers in terms of fantasy points, and they've been better since the All-Star break. So not only I don't really like the matchup here as much for Cat. I know all the offense is running through him with Jalen Brunson on the bench, but Miles Bridges, Mark Williams, Yusuf Nurkic, they're good defensively in the paint for Charlotte. So I don't think he's going to have as easy a time tonight. Also, post All-Star break, Charlotte 6th in points allowed in the paint. And I also just think that Tibbs, you got to start being mindful of some of your starters and getting them adequate rest. I know Tibbs is known for kind of running his players into the ground in this one. And there are a lot of injuries that we have to note of. But Karl-Anthony Towns, he is a beast. But I'm going to go with the under here on 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Next up, let's go to the Brooklyn Nets and their center, Nick Claxton. Here, I'm going with the over on 18.5 points and rebounds for Clax. LineStar's projection is 20.3. Clax is averaging 18.2 over the last 5. And listen, Claxton has been a streaky player, and he's done me dirty in a lot of player props over the course of this season. But tonight, Brooklyn's without Cam Johnson and Cam Thomas. His usage goes up a little bit, just 5%, points per 100 up 2%. That's not super significant, but the reason I went here is more to do with that points and rebounds combo. We've got Claxton, who can be an absolute beast on the board. Going up against the Pacers, they're 20th in opponent rebounds, and the Pacers are also 29th in points in the paint specifically since the All-Star break. They're allowing 15.1 points and 9.4 rebounds per game to the starting center. So As much as Claxton has infuriated me this season with his streakiness, I got to go back here today. So I'm rolling with Claxton for today. And lastly, we're going to the Toronto Raptors and Jakob Poeltl over 10.5 points. Notice the theme here. We're going with the big guys today. LineStar's projection is 14. The consensus also on our side, 11.9. Poeltl's averaging 16.4 points over the last 5 games. And Toronto is without RJ Barrett, Grady Dick, Brandon Ingram, and Jacoby Walker. Without those guys, Poeltl's usage actually jumps up 9% and his points per 100 goes up 27%. The Raptors are going to be facing the Warriors tonight, who are 21st versus opposing centers in terms of fantasy points. And it's also an above average spot in terms of field goals made to centers. They're allowing 12.6 points per game to starting centers. And I also think he'll be on fresh legs. He's gotten some rest. He sat out Monday's game. So I like Jakob Poeltl tonight. Even though he is only playing 22 to 24 minutes a game, I still think he could put up some numbers in this spot. So we're just going to roll with Jakob Poeltl. Those are my top 3 for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're going in a different direction, hey, no worries. Let me know in the comments, though. We're all trying to help each other out and beat the books on this Thursday. And if you've got any picks for March Madness, let me know. Later today, I'll be coming out with some picks for Friday's contests and some players that I like there. Remember, I'm always using that props optimizer tool, so it's been super helpful. Check it out for yourself. Totally free. One-stop shop for all your research needs, and it can sort specifically by whatever sportsbook or app you're on, like Underdog. If you're on PrizePicks, it's awesome, and you can also look by what the best odds are. So check it out for yourself today. Again, it's free in the App Store. Props Optimizer. Go check it out. Have yourself a nice Thursday. Hope it's a profitable one and that your brackets are still intact by the time I see you guys tomorrow. Good luck, everyone.